Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am in Central Phoenix checking out this recently completed redevelopment project. I have the privilege of interviewing the developer that finalized this project. He's gonna walk me through the entire project and he's gonna share how he was able to go from fix and flip investor to developer in only a year. Let's check it out. First of all, man, thanks for having us. The project came out amazing. Can you introduce yourself to the people and share a little bit about what you do here as a real estate investor in Phoenix?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Jonah Reinholz. I fix and flip properties, but the last few years I've been developing properties just like this one. Excited for you to check it out. And yeah.
Awesome. Let's go check it out.
Check it out.
Now, Jonah, the next thing that really stands out to me about the property is this floor plan. We've already walked through it, so I know what it looks like. Tell me a little bit about how it came together. Were you working with a firm? How did you come up with this floor plan?
Yeah, so I sat down with my architect and we wanted to allocate a ton of square footage to the outdoor patios. A lot of developers will squeeze every last square foot for the interior because that's typically what you get paid on. But with a high-end property like this, with nice features, you really want a ton of space so that you can be inside and outside for really 8 months out of the year with the beautiful Phoenix weather. So we sat down, we wanted 4 bedrooms of really private spaces and just awesome light everywhere.
Yeah, no, I really like that because I'm really noticing privacy where you want privacy and open space where you really want to be hanging out and being communal. I think you guys did a great job with the floor plan.
Yeah, thanks.
Jonah, one thing that I cannot help but look at is all the features in this property. Can you share with me a little bit about the thought process behind adding such wonderful features?
Yeah, with the open concept, you really got to have a place to gather. So we added this fireplace. Everyone likes a cozy fireplace in the winter, and just an entertainment wall if you want to throw a TV up there.
Really?
Every time you walk in, you just look up and you see the tongue and groove ceiling that continues out from the front.
The tongue and groove is excellent, man. You don't really see this anywhere, especially in Arizona. I got to compliment you on the tongue and groove. If you come in here and check out this property, it's the first thing that's going to pop right at you is the tongue and groove.
Yeah, absolutely. And you start looking up from the second that you walk in. So you see some of these fixtures too, the pendants and the chandeliers and everything that hangs down. It really just kind of makes you step in and feel how big the space is.
Yeah, no, and I'm noticing that all of your features, all your lighting features that I'm noticing are oversized. For a property with this height and this size, I definitely think you guys nailed it on the size of these features that you added.
Yeah, go big or go home, right?
Exactly, yeah. Now we have to address the elephant in the room. Can you share with us what went into the design of this wonderful kitchen?
Yeah. I mean, it's natural materials everywhere. You have quartzite countertops. None of them are going to be the same as the next one. Your neighbors aren't going to have the same countertops. So really just the natural with the wood look cabinets, the built-in wine fridges, just kind of everything looking very organic, beautiful, just really clean and seamless.
Yeah, what color are these cabinets?
Yeah, it's a frameless cabinet, and it's just a sort of maple or oak. It's really popular in like Scandinavia and Europe.
Yeah, I'm getting Euro vibes.
That's right.
from this kitchen, and I'm really digging it. So I think it came out great. I see that you use some of the lighting features as well to accent some of the backsplash.
Yeah. Under cabinet lighting is always a big hit with everyone. We always have the waterfall countertops in every project.
You have to.
Just creates such a nice look to really ground the kitchen in the space. And yeah, we've got built-in appliances.
Yeah, I'm also noticing you have, obviously for a property like this, upgraded appliances is a must, I assume.
Yep. Panel ready too. So if you see the wine fridge and you see the fridge, they're kind of hidden. You don't. They don't stand out like a sore thumb.
Right.
You walk into a beautiful kitchen with a giant silver box.
Of course. Yeah, I love that. I think it's a great feature. I got to be honest. I look at a lot of properties, and this is one of the nicest kitchens I think I've ever seen. I think you guys absolutely crushed this kitchen.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, Jonah, obviously we love the kitchen, but as an investor, you probably have your favorite part. What's your favorite features of this kitchen?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, some of my favorite features is the built-in wine fridge behind.
Oh yeah, love that.
It's a sub-zero wine fridge. You can fit a ton of bottles of wine.
Yeah.
At least 100. I don't know. Who knows how many bottles of wine?
Big party.
And that's
a big party.
Enough for a party.
Yeah, of course.
For sure.
I love that.
Continuing with the panel ready theme, we've got not one, but 2 dishwashers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. But where are the dishwashers? I'm noticing this is a wonderful hospital. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so you got 1 and you got 2 here.
Absolutely.
Both GE monogram dishwashers.
Very nice.
Never going to get into an argument with your spouse for not unloading or loading the dishwasher. You got both. So
that is huge for a house like this, because whoever's gonna move in here probably has a family. They're probably doing a lot of eating and drinking. They're probably gonna be stacking up dishes. So having the double dishwasher is very convenient and very awesome for this kitchen. Now, I know that you have a favorite part of this kitchen.
right.
Let's go there next.
Yeah.
All right, Jonah. So you said this is your favorite part. Where are we now?
Absolutely. This is called the butler's pantry. So your air fryers, your toasters, your coffee machines in the morning, they all go back here. So whenever you enter into your home, it's going to be a clean, perfect slate. You got a fridge in here. You got tons of storage. We've got a reverse osmosis water. But man, just what an awesome place to keep all your stuff, and so you can keep a clean, peaceful home out there too.
Yeah, I love it. When you have a kitchen like that, you really want to showcase it. And I'm just like you, all those on the counter appliances, perfect place to put them back here.
Yep.
You can have a little bit more messy back here and keep your main kitchen really nice and organized and looking amazing.
Absolutely. Not a bad space to be.
100%. Now, Jonah, I think one thing that this kitchen is missing is the refrigerator. I know you showed me the wine fridge, but where are we going to be keeping all of our food?
Yeah. Right behind us. It's a 52-inch panel ready GE monogram. You got the cabinet handles to match exactly what you got in there too.
Nice.
And it wouldn't be an MTV Cribs without showing you what's inside the fridge. So take a look here. We've got our stuff here.
Frescoes, bubblies,
yeah, from the open house. But
100%.
the panel ready fridge, it's awesome. Again, just continue with that clean look so you don't see the box or anything, with a big pantry right next to it.
Yeah, I love it. It looks so seamless. It really brings the kitchen all together, and it goes with that Euro vibe that you mentioned, and I'm really getting that from this kitchen.
Yeah, absolutely. The matching hardware too.
Yeah,
that's great. All part of the same cohesive look.
Now, right off of the kitchen, I see this wonderful laundry space, and I'm really loving the design in here. Tell me a little bit about the design for this laundry room.
Yeah, we wanted to continue with that same clean look everywhere. And I mean, you gotta bring the light inside. If you're in a laundry room, if somebody's doing the laundry for 1 or 2 hours and they're slaving away, you gotta have some natural light to make it just light and bright and happy with the same bedrosian style everywhere. It's the best place I've seen to fold and clean clothes.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, there's no excuses for not doing your laundry now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, with everything I've seen of this property, I'm really excited to see what the primary bedroom looks like. So can we go check it out?
Let's do it.
Jonah, this is probably one of my favorite primary bedrooms that I've seen as of late. I'm really loving the design. Can you share with us what went into the design, the layout, and some of the other features that you have in here?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you saw it with the separation as you walked through. Long hallway, just really creating the retreat of the master bedroom.
Yeah.
So now you have the natural gas fireplace too for the cold Arizona nights. We get, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 of them a year. But it's really, really nice to have just to set the mood, and it's just a really nice place to come and hang out. And then you have your separate entrance to the pool too.
I see that, yeah.
Kids are asleep, family's asleep. You want to go out to the pool for a night swim. It's a really nice way to just get in and out and enjoy your
Yeah, and I'm seeing windows everywhere in here. We have the glass door. I mean, talk about what the lighting does for this room.
Yeah, it's just right when you wake up in the morning, you're ready to go. The natural light is good for us, good for our bodies. So ultimately, just being able to have that, especially in the master bedroom and bathroom, just really kind of elevates your mood.
A very health-conscious primary bedroom.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Let's check out this primary bathroom, man. I'm dying to take a look at it.
Yeah.
Wow. This primary bathroom is amazing. Tell me a little bit more about the design behind it and your thought process, because it came out impeccable.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we continue with the same theme throughout, really just with the floors and the walls everywhere. We wanted to create that nice, warm vibe. Nothing cold and stark, white and black, harsh. It's just, you wake up in the morning, it's peaceful. You've got a soft sunrise. You don't have the bright light of 12 o'clock day shining down on you. So same cabinets, you got everything going, and just the warm floors really kind of elevate.
Yeah, and these are really large tile floors, and I see that you went curbless, very seamless. I really love that part of this transition from the vanity area to the shower area. I mean, what made you think of kind of going with this larger format tile?
Yeah, you see the design trend of having just pure slabs on the walls and on the floors. Obviously, it's not a conscious way to develop properties, so we went as big as we can. In the shower, we have 48 by 48 tiles, just massive, kind of make the grout lines blend in as opposed to stand out, just to make you feel like you're on just a really nice solid surface that just looks absolutely incredible when it's all together.
No, and if you wouldn't have mentioned it, I mean, just at a quick glance, it does look like one huge slab, and it kind of looks the same on the shower walls. And so I think the large format tile really help accomplish that slab look without necessarily going into slab pricing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now let's talk a little bit about the shower. I know you said you went with the large format tile. What are some of the other features that you included?
Yeah, the wet room is really in style right now. So when you can put the bathtub and the shower in the same place, it keeps it clean, it keeps it seamless like everything else too. But the double shower heads, you gotta have those. Gotta have enough room for couples in the shower, absolutely.
Yeah.
With a nice bench too, and the handhelds, it's the big window and everything just ties.
With the big window.
It ties in the whole shower too with the theme. It's you almost feel like you're outside.
Yeah.
It's peaceful, it's relaxed, it's a really good place.
Yeah, it's one hell of a primary shower for sure, man. It's amazing. It came out great. I really like it. All right, man. This is an absolutely huge closet. What are you, 6'3"? I'm 5'11", and I feel great in here. There's plenty of space. I feel like all my stuff. Tell me about this closet. Came out great.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the features of high-end homes is you got to have a big custom closet. You could probably fit at least a few hundred pairs of shoes in here with shirts and dresses and everything too. But just the walk-in and be able to be in here with your own window. We've always got windows in every room and the light in the room. Just the custom closet really makes a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think when you're going to be going high-end properties like this, you got to have the custom closet. I think you guys absolutely nailed it with this one.
Yeah.
Now, Jonah, in my experience, anytime I'm interviewing a developer like yourself, they always have a little Easter egg, a little hidden feature, a little something that really represents them. Do you happen to have something like that at this property?
Yeah, let's check out the office.
Yeah, let's go.
With 2020 happening and everyone starting to work from home, I mean, it's really been a big trend to have a work from home space. So this office is exactly why kind of we designed the house around this view right here. So you get in, you sit down, you have your coffee in the morning, and then you look out to the mountains right here. It's absolutely incredible. We put the big floor to ceiling windows in here, which were an absolute pain to create just with the walls of glass. And just to have an opportunity to have the view where you can really create that feel and just have an awesome place to work.
Yeah, I think you mentioned to me earlier that everything was kind of built around having the view of that mountain from this room.
Yeah.
And I think you crushed it here with the dual windows. It looks great. These look like they open up, so when the air is nice, you can get some fresh air in here. I'd love to be doing some work in here. It's really a great room, and I think you guys crushed the concept here of this office. Now, Jonah, I want to talk a little bit about one of the unique characteristics of this property. At first, when I walked in, I totally missed it, but you kind of brought me back, and now I'm paying attention to it. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's a rooftop deck in Phoenix, which doesn't exist almost
never. Yeah. It's very rare to see it. Can we check it out?
Absolutely.
Let's check it out. This is definitely a unique characteristic, especially for a property in the central Phoenix corridor. What made you decide to pull the trigger on having this rooftop balcony?
Yeah, when I first came and saw the property, it was a dilapidated house that we knew we needed to tear down. And right as you park, you look over to the east and you see the Squaw Peak Mountains. And it's just a beautiful preserve that we know we wanted to really make a main feature of the home. So I thought, I was going over with the city of Phoenix and with my architect, and he was like, yeah, I don't see why we can't do a rooftop deck. So I couldn't imagine a better way to come up here in the morning to drink your coffee, do a little bit of reading, and just enjoy the awesome sunrise.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like after this, I'm going to spend some time tanning out here and get some color.
Yoga, meditation, whenever you need it.
Absolutely.
It's a private space that not a lot of people have. You're up above everyone else, and it really kind of gives you just a really cool place.
So, Jonah, one of my favorite parts is when I drove by, the property looks so modern.
Yep.
How were you able to accomplish that given this front elevation?
Yeah. Two of the big things really is the full view garage door.
Yeah.
It's glass. It lets in a ton of light. So if you want to workshop in there, you've got a ton of space and light to do it.
Yeah.
But really, it's a synthetic siding. This wood looks siding This is never going to fade. It's never going to do anything like that. It's not going to warp. It's a synthetic wood that it'll last forever. But again, it really just kind of continues with that European trend, and it looks just so clean and seamless that you're not going to have to wash off your siding.
Yeah, I'm also noticing a lot of the darker, the metals that you use there.
Yeah, the metal fascia was another big part of the project too, which was a big expense, but ultimately just really kind of creates that clean look. You're not going to see any imperfections like you would if you had stucco siding, or if you had just a small drip edge. It looks completely different.
Very clean, very modern. I really love the way it came out. So Jonah, one of the biggest trends that we're seeing in real estate, especially in Arizona, because we're getting so many people moving from cold states, they want to be able to be inside, outside all year long. So we're noticing the trend of inside, outside living. And I'm noticing this huge door here, and I think you guys really captured that. Can you share with me what your thought process was of making sure that you have this space?
Yeah, I mean, it was a must-have for the property. It's an 18-foot slider. It's enormous. It's 10 feet tall. You have the clear store windows above, so ultimately it's just going to let in all the light. But the coolest part is, which I'll show you, is it opens up all.
Oh, it opens all the way up.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Let's check it out. Yeah, let's check it out. Wow, I absolutely love the property, the way it feels with the door open. Today is like 75 degrees here in Phoenix. It's a perfect day. You really captured that indoor, outdoor living. Perfect for having people over, having a party. I really love the way it came out.
Yeah.
All right, so as we enter the backyard, right away, I notice this wonderful backyard barbecue area. Tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that everyone is going to bring when they move is a grill. So you may as well put it built in and make it a feature of the home. We got a 36-inch grill. It's huge. It's natural gas, so you're never going to have to swap out the propane.
Wonderful.
And obviously, we got the double fridges here, too. So you can put your cooking supplies in one. If you want to have some beers or some drinks in there to hang out by the pool, you got it, too. But
I also noticed the sink in case you got to like wash out anything right there.
Yeah, it's perfect for the person who's going to be grilling a lot. It's a Sunday afternoon. You're watching football with the family. It's really easy to come in and out and just hang out.
Absolutely, man. I think you guys nailed it. All right, Jonah, so we're in the backyard, and I see you installed a must-have here for these type of properties. Tell me about this amazing pool.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have a pool in Arizona, so ultimately, again, we wanted it to feel really big, so we have the limestone all the way throughout, which is a little bit of an upgrade over travertine, but we really wanted that clean, white, nice, bright look. We got the pool. It's Pebble Tech. It looks nice and blue. It's perfect to dive in. We've got our Baja shelf, which is what everyone wants to stick their chairs in, which also doubles up as a splash pad for the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Fun bubbler there, too.
Yeah.
So all these things are just a nice way to kind of create that nice relaxing vibe in your backyard.
Absolutely. And for luxury homes and for this type of property in Arizona, you absolutely have to have a pool. And I think you absolutely crushed this backyard. I really love the way it came out. An often overlooked part about properties like this is the landscaping. Tell me a little bit about the thought process for the landscaping, what you guys decided to do here.
Yeah, most developers leave it up to the buyer for the landscaping. You get a pile of dirt in your backyard, but ultimately we wanted these ficus trees. They grow a couple feet every year, so soon enough you're gonna have a nice towering hedge. There's no noise, there's no neighbors, there's nothing like that. It kind of creates just a little bit of greenery and the natural look to the backyard.
Yeah. And after they grow, you're going to get that additional privacy. I really love the way you guys did it all the way through. I think these are amazing. It's a really nice touch to the backyard.
Yeah, they look great at night too. All of them are lit up with landscape lighting too. So it just creates the high-end look.
Absolutely. Jonah, thanks for showing me around the place. It came out absolutely amazing. I love the property. I think you found a really amazing niche, especially in this neighborhood. You're kind of, I noticed that you're ahead of the curve here in this neighborhood. You're really, really on the cutting edge of this development, especially in this area, this part of Phoenix. I really appreciate you showing me the property, but I did want to ask a little bit about your transition, because when we first met, you were a fix and flip investor, and now you're doing redevelopments like this. Tell me a little bit about that transition. How did that come about?
Yeah, well, it was almost by accident at first. I had purchased a house that was going to be either a primary residence or just a really big remodel project. And in 2020, the city of Phoenix had a ton of issues with approving permits.
COVID, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They let go a bunch of people. So the plan reviewers were out in the field reviewing the plans, and I was trying to get away with leaving a wall up or two walls up or whatever were happening in Phoenix. And it was basically you were at the mercy of the plan reviewer or the inspector. and I must have got the wrong guy, but every time he came out, he just said, nah, dude, you got to tear this down and start over. So I did, and I did it just one street up, and it was a huge learning process. But ultimately, as I started to wrap up the project, I was like, man, this is something that I really enjoyed doing, being able to create something, and just a place where there's not as much competition.
100%. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I noticed about the neighborhood here is that there are nice houses in this neighborhood, but I would say that right now you're kind of ahead of the curve when it comes to this type of design, this type of package. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this in Phoenix, not even in Arcadia or Paradise Valley. Maybe Paradise Valley is probably the closest it gets, but those are $10 million homes, So I think you really figured out a niche here, man. What are some of the challenges that you've had with making that transition? Because us fix and flippers, I'm in and out of projects 4 to 6 months. I'm done. I'm on to the next one, right? So I know that with development, it's a little bit different. So what are some of the challenges that you faced?
Time is one, like you said. So 4 to 6 months would be amazing. We've been about a year and a half start to finish with this project so far. About 8 or 9 months to build, and honestly about 6 or 7 months just sitting, waiting for the city. So that's ultimately been the biggest concern, and just the amount of cash it takes. It's
capital requirement.
Fixing up a house is one thing, but there's not as many lenders out there who are willing to just give you money to build a house from the ground up, because it's just a different concept where so many things can go wrong if you don't have a lot of experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think project by project, you start to gain that experience. And is this something that you see yourself continuing to do in the future here in Phoenix Metro?
Yeah, I mean, it's a skill set at least. You go into it knowing that you have another option.
Right.
If you buy a really dilapidated house that you think you can fix up, and then you get into it and it's too far gone, or a neighborhood starts to turn. As soon as one or two people start to tear down houses, neighborhoods start to turn over really quick, and it becomes more advantageous to do that, or even a way to market a property to another investor. So I definitely think it's a good skill set and something that I'll probably continue doing.
All right, Jonah, so we got to get to the people's favorite part. Everybody is dying to know, what are the numbers on this property? First of all, let's start with what you purchased it for.
Yeah, we purchased it for $366,000, and it was a house, right, that we had to tear down.
Sure. So now you have this house, $366,000. You loved a lot, but the house has to go.
Yep.
So tear down. What ground up construction, what kind of costs are you looking at? Something like that?
Yeah. When you include interest costs and money costs and builder costs, we're just over $900,000.
$900,000 for construction.
Yep, and that's a complete new build. We didn't leave a single piece of dirt or concrete or foundation or wall.
All new.
Everything's brand
from scratch.
Yep.
Okay. Now, what are you aiming to sell the property for? What kind of profit margin are you looking for?
Yeah. We're asking $1.8 million right now. I sold one that was a little bit not as nice as this down the street last year for 1.6. So we feel like we're priced pretty in line with what we're going to end up selling it for. So hopefully after all the numbers go, we'll be somewhere a little bit north of $300,000 for profit.
Beautiful. Well, thanks a lot, Jonah. I appreciate you showing us the property, and I can't wait to see what your future project's going to look like.
Yeah, thank you.